Guys, welcome back to my channel. We are going to be doing a 2017 makeup inventory track this year. Last year in 2016, I did a makeup inventory track, so I counted all my inventory of all my beauty products and per category, and I let you guys know my updated numbers from January to June to December. So there was, 3 points of updates. If you haven't seen those particular videos from last year, I will leave them linked below. So this year, we're going to actually do the same thing, and I think that it's a good way for me to track my beauty makeup inventory, stuff I have, things I know I don't need to buy too much of, and I'm going to let you know what my updated numbers are. Now, I took my last updated makeup inventory in December, which was the end of December, and those are the same numbers I'm going to use for my January start because I really didn't, I finished a little bit, but I didn't finish as much from, December to January to make it a big jump in updates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys know based on category what numbers I'm standing at. And I'll let you know which ones I'm comfortable with and which ones I'm probably going to work harder on this year, just so that you guys get an idea of what my project planning will be like for the year of 2017. So if you guys are into these type of videos, please keep on watching and let me know what you guys are working on in your stashes, in your collections, if you're working on a certain category to bring the number significantly down. Now keep in mind that when I'm doing inventory numbers, it doesn't necessarily mean from each update that I've finished everything. It means, I may have decluttered a few items or I have actually finished full-size items depending on what the category is. So just keep that in mind. I do a lot of decluttering and I do a lot of project planning at the same time, so it's just kind of a mixture of both. So with that said, I'm just going to dive right in. I have my phone here with all of the categories, and I'm going to go through them because I have 47 categories and I want to get through them as quickly as possible. So for January 2017, these are the numbers I am starting off with. For foundation, I have 14. I'd like to bring it down a little bit, so hopefully we'll see where June brings us. For BB and CC creams, I have 4, which I'm okay with for now, but I'd like to bring it down even more. Concealers, I have 13, which, again, I'd like to bring down in the single-digit numbers. Single face powders, so, single face powders meaning like your setting powders. I have about 7. I'd like to bring it down to 5 at least. Single bronzers, I have 12, which I'd like to bring down in the single digit numbers if I can. We'll see how that goes. Lip gloss, I have 10, which is really great because I started off with I think over like 40 lip glosses in 2016 and I got rid of so many and decluttered so many. So 10 is great. I'm good with that number because there's a range of different shade colors. Face primers, I have 4. Eye primers, these are including Paint Pots by MAC. I have 8, which I'd like to bring it down to at least 4. But eye primers do take a little bit of time because it's only a small part of your eye that you're covering. So as long as you use them every day, I should bring it down at least by a couple. Eyeliners, I have 38, which is kind of unreal. I'd like to bring it down at least by, I would say 8 by the end of the year. Eyeliners obviously take longer because, you're only lining your eyelid. So you're only lining the lash line and maybe your waterline. So it does take a little bit longer to use up. Lip liners, I have 47. I have 47 lip liners. A lot of them are nudes. I'm probably going to try to condense my collection this year and, use up the ones that, I can use up and kind of stick to a nude, a dark, a brown, a red, and, a bright fluorescent, like, corally color. So that one's going to be that's going to be a category I'm going to be definitely working on is lip liners, and eyeliners as well from the previous category. So next up is mascara. I have 12, which is not bad because mascara I'll always go through every 3 months. I replace my mascara anyways. Brow products, I have 5, which is great because I think I started off last year with like 13 or 14, maybe 15. So I'm glad that I have 5. 5 is a good number for me. I can handle 5 because I usually mix it up. Sometimes I use my brow products, like my brow pencils. Sometimes I use the brow powder. Sometimes I use the pomade. Kind of depends on what look I'm going for. So I'm comfortable with 5. Lip balms is another one. I have 22. I'm definitely going to be working on that category this year as well. I would be comfortable with having 4 or 5 lip balms at the very most. So 22 is a bit much. I'm going to definitely work on that this year. Single blushes, I have 25, and I don't think I'll be buying any more blushes anyways. So I think the 25 mark will probably remain the same for this year. I don't wear blush as much. I'd like to try to include it more so um, in my project panning, but we'll see how well that goes, because normally I'm more of a JLo glow type of makeup look that I like to do on myself. So blushes I don't really gravitate towards as much, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and see how it goes. Lipsticks, I have 135. This is including liquid lipsticks as well. So it's like regular bullet lipsticks plus the liquid lipsticks. So that's 135, which is a lot. I have a weakness for lipsticks and liquid lipsticks. It's just something that I absolutely love and adore, but I'm definitely going to bring that number down too, because there's a lot of lipstick products that I own that I don't use. I gravitate more towards liquid lipsticks nowadays, so my bullet lipsticks are really taking a hit on not being used as much. So I'm going to try and use them, but I'm probably going to declutter a few. So there goes that. I'm going to work on it though. I'm definitely going to work on that category too this year. Highlighters, I have 20. I probably won't be buying any highlighters, and if I do, it might be 1, maybe 2 at the very least. I'm okay. I use highlighter on the regular, so I switch up my highlighters and rotate them out every day, so, I mean, they all get used. Nail polish, I have 213, and let me tell you guys, if you guys watched my inventory last year, I started off at almost 400 nail polish bottles. I think it was like 300 and change. So to be down to 213 in January of 2017 is an amazing progress for me. I did finish up a few bottles of polish last year. I also decluttered a ton as well. Just duplicated shades I had, the same color and the same brand I had, and I just, collected the dupes and I kind of pushed them out and gave them away to people who would enjoy them. So I'm down to 213. That is another category I'm going to continue on working through, because I'd like to bring it down a little more. I'm noticing I'm only using a certain amount of colors from each season, so like my nudes, my brights, and my darks for fall. So I'd like to bring that down as well. So, I'm going to continue working on that as well. Body lotions, this is including, Bath & Body Works lotions, body butters, all that kind of stuff. I have 40, so that one I'm working on as well. I actually had a lot more than that, but slowly but surely I'm working through my body products every couple months. So, the numbers are dropping. I haven't really bought any body lotion in I want to say maybe a year or two. So I do have some body products I'd like to buy, but I've been holding off buying them until my number in body lotions significantly goes down. So, I'd like to maybe get down another 10 body lotion products in the year of 2017. If I can do more, that's amazing. But, my realistic number is about 10, I would say, body creams for the year of 2017, and I'll get down to 30. If I can get through more than that, then that's amazing for me, but I'm going to make realistic goals for now. Body washes, I have 9. I'd like to get down to about 4, face moisturizers, I have 13. I'd like to get to maybe a backup for daytime and a backup for nighttime, so between 2 and 4. I don't mind 2 backups of each day and night, but I think 4 would be the magic number. So 13 right now. We're working on it. Face cleansers and scrubs, I also have 13. That is something else I'm working on. I use facial cleansers and scrubs all the time, so I don't foresee an issue bringing that number down. Eye makeup remover, I have 4. I'm comfortable with that number because I use eye makeup remover every single day I wear makeup. It's something that's a staple in my beauty regime. When I wear, waterproof eyeliner, mascara, I need eye makeup remover to take that stuff off. Regular water and soap will not get it off. I need something oil-based. So, eye makeup remover for a backup of 4 is comfortable for me because I know that I will use them. I go through eye makeup remover like crazy. So, next up, makeup remover wipes. I have 9. I'd like to get to a backup of 4 at the very least, and then, I'm good. Shampoo, I have 8. Shampoo, I like to get to a backup of maybe 2 at the very, least, and I'd be comfortable with that. Conditioner, I have 5. I'd like to, again, get to a backup of 2. Hair masks, I have 10. I'd like to get to a backup of 2, so definitely working on those this year. Hair serums, I have 3. I'm good with 3. 3 is a good number. Hair leave-in conditioners, I have 3. That's fine. Not a big deal. Lashes, I had 5 pairs, which I'm trying to remember if I purchased any more. Five. No, I haven't. So, you know, I'm okay with 5 right now. Lashes I like to wear a lot. I'm noticing as 2016 had gone by, I noticed that I was wearing lashes a lot more often. So I would go through lashes quite a bit, and I didn't mind that. So I'm probably going to make another order for lashes, and I'm not going to worry about it just because I like to wear them on the regular. So I'm not really too worried about lashes. Hair oils, I have 3, and I'm good with that. It takes a long time to get through a hair oil, and you know, I'm not really worried about that. 3 is enough. Hair heat protectant, I have 1, which is good enough for me. Hairspray, I have 2, which is good enough for me. Hair mousse, I have 2, which is good enough for me. Hair curl cream, I have 1, which I don't use very often, but I should. And 1 is good enough because, I mean, it just helps defrizz when you dry your hair, like air dry your hair. Dry shampoo, I have 6. I go through dry shampoo like water because I go to the gym, so I don't wash my hair every day because it just would make my head really itchy. So dry shampoo is like my best friend. So, you know, 6 dry shampoos I'm not worried about. I get them on sale at Winners for like $6.99 anyways, so nothing to worry about there. Body spray 4. I'm you know, I'll probably drop again this year because I don't really I use body spray, but I don't use it as much as I use perfume. I prefer personally perfume over body spray. That's just me. So body spray, I definitely will get used up, but I prefer perfume. Hand soap, I have 14. That is definitely going to drop because I haven't been buying as much hand soap as I used to. I'm using as many backups as I have now. I'm going to go through that, and then once I run out, I'm going to consider either repurchasing some Bath and Body Works, or I might venture off somewhere else into another hand soap world because I just feel like I'm not venturing off. I'd like to try something new. Perfumes, I had 6. So I go through perfumes quite often. I never used to, but I'm noticing now I'm using perfume a lot more nowadays. So I definitely know I will go through perfume quite fast. So, I mean, it's under 10 anyways, so I'm okay. Deodorant, I have 7. I use deodorant every day. I go through it like water. I always have 1 in my purse, 1 in my gym bag, 1 at my boyfriend's house, and I have 1 on my like makeup vanity. So I go through them like water. Palettes. Okay, so these are like eyeshadow palettes. And I have 44, and that is a big number, but I used to have like almost 80. So I pretty much cut them in half quite a bit. I gave away a lot of palettes that I just knew I wouldn't use because there were either colors in there that I wouldn't really gravitate towards. So I gave them a new home, and I'm okay with that. I would prefer someone that, would enjoy it more than I would because, at least it gets used and doesn't go bad. Face serums and oils, I have 12. That I'm definitely going to work on this year. I'd like to go down to at least 3 or 4 backups. Eye creams, I have 3, and they're all deluxe size samples. So all the eye creams I have are deluxe size samples. So I know I'm going to be able to go through those no problem. And as soon as I go through all 3 of them, I'm going to go and purchase the Bobbi Brown eye cream. I hear it's amazing, and I'm dying to try it out. Face masks, I have 30. So here's another one I have to work on as well. I love face masks. Face masks is an amazing, amazing downtime for me. I just love the whole, putting on a face mask, relaxing for 15, 20 minutes, maybe sometimes a half an hour, just kind of zoning out and just, enjoying some quiet time. So face masks, I used to have like 50. It did go down over the last year and a half, 2 years. So, slowly but surely, but, eventually in the long run, I would like to get down to at least 10 or under face masks. So I have a lot of work to do there. Candles, I have 9, which is great because back in the day I had like 25, almost 30 candles. I significantly dropped. I don't purchase as much as I used to in candles. We'll see how this year takes us. I still have currently candles from last summer, so I think I'll be good for candles for a good few months. Face illuminators, I have 3, which I'm good. The number there is good. Body scrubs, I have 3, which is good. Face contour palettes, I have 4, which I'm good with. So that was it, guys. That was all I had for my inventory this year in categories. A lot of the categories I'm really trying to work on are categories where they're higher than, a backup of 10. So, eyeliners, lip liners, lipsticks, nail polishes, body lotions, even though our shampoos and conditioners are 8 and 5, I still want to get down to like under 5 for both, just because I don't use them like as fast as I would with other products. And then, you know, face serums, face masks, those are like a little bit in the higher range, so that's what I like to focus on this year. But other than that, that's my inventory for 2017. I'll tell you something. These numbers, when I compared them to the numbers that I started off with in January of 2016, are freaking amazing considering the journey I went through last year with, you know, project planning, doing inventory, what, semi-annually. I think I did quite a you know, a decent progress in 2016, doing a lot of decluttering, using up products as well. I'm going to continue all that this year. That has not changed anything. That is all being continued in the year of 2017. I'm not stopping it by any means. I might do some pan that palette challenge. I'm considering it, haven't really decided. But other than that, like, my project panning still continues with all products that I own, just so that, you know, I can use up the stuff that I have and it's not going to go bad. More so focusing in on liquid and cream products, just because those will go bad way faster than eyeshadow palettes would. But yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I welcome you all to this journey. Do an inventory of your makeup collection, your beauty collection, see where it takes you. You know, let me know down below what you guys are going to be, you know, focusing on finishing. And if you do have a particular makeup inventory video that you have, let me know and I'll go check it out, because I just love watching other YouTubers that are doing this particular activity, just to kind of keep yourself in check, because I find that seeing these numbers on my phone on a daily basis keeps me in check to say, you know what, I don't need that face mask. I don't need that nail polish. I have tons of it at home. I just don't need it. And that's what really helped curb my spending. Now, with that said, I just want to make it clear that this is not, like, I'm not going to be doing a no buy at all. That's not what this is. I am not going to completely cut myself off from buying makeup, because if I do that, then when I do give myself the okay to buy makeup, I'll go crazy. That's not what I want to do to myself. What I want to do is just curb my spending on makeup, still be able to buy makeup and skincare and all that, but just kind of curb it a bit so I'm not constantly buying so much stuff. And that's what this makeup inventory, that's what this purpose of the makeup inventory is for me personally, in a growing way. Does that make any sense to you guys? Let me know down below. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do not mind my naked face today. I'm wearing no makeup. It's Sunday and I need to let my skin breathe a bit, because I do wear makeup pretty much every other day in the week, and see, your skin needs to breathe. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're not, to see more videos related to this type of video. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye everyone. Mwah.